Get ready to dive into a story that will leave you shivering and contemplating the limits of faith and reason. Today, we will explore the real-life case of Anneliese Michel, a young woman who became a symbol of horror and controversy. Her struggle against forces that seemed beyond human understanding culminated in one of the most famous exorcisms in history. But before we begin, if you enjoy spine-chilling stories that make your heart race, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us bring you more content like this. Now, buckle up and join us on this terrifying journey. Chapter 1. Anneliese's childhood and the beginning of the nightmares. Anneliese Michel was born on September 21, 1952, in the small village of Liebelfing, Bavaria, Germany. From an early age, she was raised in a deeply religious home. Her parents, Joseph and Anna Michel, were devout Catholics who taught her to live according to the strict precepts of their faith. Anneliese was described as an obedient and dedicated child, often attending church and participating in religious rituals. Her devotion was so intense that, in her teenage years, she began to consider becoming a nun. However, at the age of 16, her peaceful life began to change in a disturbing way. During a normal school day, Anneliese suffered her first inexplicable seizure. She collapsed without apparent reason and, upon waking, reported feeling an oppressive force that paralyzed her, rendering her...
Whoa, here I come.
Want to take your videos to the next level and save time? Introducing ZEEMO, the perfect platform powered by artificial intelligence to turn your ideas into amazing content. With ZEEMO, you can generate automatic captions with high accuracy, translate videos into multiple languages, reach the world, cut podcasts seamlessly for social media, create short clips perfect for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts, and even download any video you want from YouTube, TikTok. Ready to boost your content? Don't wait. Visit ZEEMO now. The link is in the description or pinned comment. Create more, edit less. ZEEMO, amazing videos, no hassle. Rendering her unable to move or speak. This episode was the first of many that would haunt her life. Initially, her parents believed it could be a result of school stress, but as time passed, the episodes intensified, and the terrifying nightmares became constant. Anneliese began experiencing disturbing visions. She claimed to see demonic faces around her, especially at night, and heard threatening voices telling her she was cursed and would rot in hell. Her parents, frightened, sought medical help, taking her to a series of specialists. It was then that she was diagnosed with temporal lobe epilepsy, a neurological disorder known to cause seizures, hallucinations, and distortions of reality. Although she began taking anti-epileptic medications, her symptoms did not diminish. In fact, they seemed to worsen. Chapter 2. Faith and Despair. As months passed, Anneliese's episodes became more frequent and violent. Her parents began to believe that her problem went beyond conventional medicine. While doctors recommended more intensive treatment, Anna Michel began to suspect that her daughter was possessed by evil forces. She sought the help of local priests, who initially advised them to continue medical treatment, claiming that Anneliese's symptoms could be explained by her health condition. However, Anneliese herself began to feel that something sinister was pursuing her. Her visions of demons intensified, and at times, she would say she saw twisted faces while praying. She became especially aggressive when approaching religious objects such as crucifixes and holy water, which further fueled her family's belief that she was possessed. The young girl claimed to hear malevolent voices commanding her, and despite her efforts, she felt unable to free herself. Amidst the crises, Anneliese experienced moments of extreme clarity, where she begged her family and the priests to help her. She believed that the demons within her were controlling her actions. Her mother and some clergy insisted that exorcism was the only solution. Chapter 3. Authorization for exorcism. After nearly 5 years of struggling with Anneliese's disorders and seeing no significant results from medical treatments, the Michel family intensified their requests to the Catholic Church for a formal exorcism. After much insistence, the case reached the Bishop of the Würzburg Diocese, who authorized the exorcism based on evidence presented by the priests and the family, who reported Anneliese's strange and violent behaviors. Fathers Ernst Alt and Arnold Renz were assigned to conduct the ritual, and the first exorcism took place in September 1975. The priests followed the Rituale Romanum, an ancient Catholic manual for exorcisms, and soon realized they were dealing with something that seemed beyond their experience. During the sessions, Anneliese displayed terrifying behaviors. She growled, screamed with different voices, spoke in languages she supposedly did not know, and exhibited superhuman physical strength. At one point, she claimed to be possessed by 6 evil entities, including Lucifer, Cain, Judas Iscariot, Nero, Adolf Hitler, and a 16th-century priest named Fleischmann. The atmosphere during the exorcism sessions was one of pure terror, and Anneliese's screams, which often lasted for hours, echoed throughout the house, deeply disturbing everyone present. Chapter 4. Days of Agony. During the exorcisms, which occurred several times a week over nearly 10 months, Anneliese underwent true physical and mental torture. She self-mutilated, bit the walls, and broke religious objects. At one point, she began crawling around the house, claiming she was being controlled by the entities. Her health deteriorated rapidly. Anneliese stopped eating and drinking, stating that the demons within her would not allow her to ingest anything. The family and the priests continued the rituals, believing they would soon succeed in freeing her. Anneliese, amidst her suffering, began to assert that her death would be a form of atonement for the sins of others. She was convinced that she had been chosen to endure a greater sacrifice, which further fed the belief that the exorcism was the only solution. The exorcism sessions became increasingly exhausting. Anneliese would scream that she felt fire inside her, saying the demons were burning her from within. She manifested different personalities, with each of the entities she claimed to be inside her speaking and acting in distinct ways, as if they were real individuals expressing themselves. Chapter 5. The Tragic End. On July 1, 1976, Anneliese Michel died after months of exorcisms and extreme deprivation. She was severely malnourished and weighed only 30 kilograms, 66 pounds. Her death shocked Germany, and the case quickly gained international attention. The circumstances surrounding her death led her parents and the responsible priests to be taken to trial, accused of negligence and manslaughter. During the trial, the defense argued that Anneliese had consented to the exorcism and that everyone genuinely believed she was possessed. they also cited her strong attachment to faith and her conviction that she was atoning for the sins of others. However, the doctors who had treated Anneliese asserted that she was suffering from severe mental disorders and could have been treated with appropriate medication and therapy. Anneliese's parents and the 2 priests were sentenced to 6 months in prison with a suspended sentence and 3 years of probation. Despite the conviction, many still believed that Anneliese Michel was indeed a victim of demonic possession. Chapter 6. The Chilling Legacy. The case of Anneliese Michel remains one of the most disturbing exorcism cases in modern history. It has inspired books, documentaries, and films, such as The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and has become a source of ongoing debate about the interface between science, faith, and the nature of possession. To this day, some believe that Anneliese was truly possessed by supernatural forces, while others view her story as a tragic example of medical negligence and the result of untreated mental illness. Regardless, Anneliese Michel's legacy endures as one of the most chilling and controversial cases in modern history. Her grave in Klingenberg has become a pilgrimage site, where some believe miracles occur, while others visit to reflect on the mysteries and terrors that surrounded Anneliese Michel's life and death. As we conclude the chilling tale of Anneliese Michel, we are left with lingering questions about the boundaries of faith, mental health, and the unseen forces that may surround us. This tragic story serves as a haunting reminder of the fragility of the human mind and the lengths we will go to in search of answers. What do you think? Was Anneliese truly possessed by malevolent spirits, or was her suffering a tragic consequence of untreated mental illness? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. If you found this story unsettling and want to delve deeper into more real-life horrors, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling tales. Your support helps us bring more content to you. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious and cautious, because you never know what might be lurking in the shadows.